We previously discussed the 11-year-old girl in Uvalde, Texas, who testified to Congress about her experiences watching her friend and her teacher get killed. And one of the things that I think when I watch something like that is surely everyone's overcome with emotion and thinks we have to act. We have to implement at least some common sense gun reform. We can talk also about mental health and all those things, but step one, common sense gun reform. Universal background checks, red flag laws, waiting periods, raising the age for when you can get guns, right? Well, as y'all know, that's not the way that everyone responds to these tragedies. Unfortunately, a lot of people, Republican politicians specifically, see their whole job when a tragedy like this happens as standing in the way of anything from being done, at least on the issue of guns. Nothing can happen in regard to gun control after these tragedies, and that's what they see their job as. And they kind of offer up vague solutions, as I kind of alluded to earlier. Oh, it's mental health. Oh, it's school security. But they don't propose specific solutions. And then their primary focus is distracting from the big blinking red LED sign, which is gun control. And Louis Gohmert did this exactly on the House floor recently, saying that, maybe the reason that mass shootings have gone up is because kids don't pray in school anymore.
We were told in debate last week, don't want to hear any more about social media, violent video games, Hollywood, mental illness, and they sure don't want to hear any more about prayers. They're disgusted hearing about prayers, don't want to hear any more about fatherlessness, drug use. Look, maybe if we heard more prayers from leaders of this country instead of taking God's name in vain, we wouldn't have the mass killings like we didn't have before prayer was eliminated from school.
What do you say to that? I know this is such a cliche thing, but Louis, how do you sleep with yourself? Honestly, I know that someone like Louis Gohmert is completely aware that implementing common sense gun reform that would not be infringing on anyone's Second Amendment right would save lives. It would save countless lives. But for some reason, whether it's appealing to a radical part of his base, keeping those NRA funds flowing, I don't know what his reason is, but for some reason, he would rather stand in the way of doing any of that. And he would rather say, oh, maybe it's because kids don't pray in school. Really? Imagine staring in the face of all of the evidence that shows the reason why America stands so much apart or is set so much apart from all these other countries and the level of gun violence we have is because we don't have common sense gun laws. Imagine looking at all that evidence and going, I don't care. I would rather not just ignore the evidence, but actively work against anyone from acting in a logical manner based on that evidence to prevent tragedies from happening in this country. Honestly, that clip looks like someone doing a parody of a anti-gun reform Republican politician. Like, that's not even real. Oh no, it's not the lack of gun reform or the lack of common sense gun laws. It's kids not doing their morning prayer in class. You don't believe that. No way anyone would believe that. And I'm so down. Again, like, I'll say this 1,000 times whenever these conversations come up. Let's invest in mental health. Let's try to promote happy, healthy, supporting families. Let's secure our schools. But then let's also implement common sense gun reform. It's just not that hard. But he makes it hard. People like him make it hard. And they try to distract. And even as ludicrous as ways as saying, oh, it's morning prayers that have gone away that cause these mass shootings in schools.
One of our sponsors is Magic Spoon, the only breakfast cereal that tastes exactly like your favorite sugary childhood cereals, but with zero sugar, only 4 net carbs, and 14 grams of protein. So if you're just generally trying to keep your sugar intake relatively low like me, or if you're doing low carb, if you're doing keto, you can enjoy the sweet, nostalgic snack without the sugar in flavors like cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, cookies and cream, maple waffle, blueberry, cinnamon. They've just added honey nut to their permanent collection. I love Magic Spoon. Our whole team does, and they've been supporting the show for years. How about this? If you try Magic Spoon and you don't think it's amazing like we do, they'll give you your money back because Magic Spoon stands behind their product because it's that good. You really can't tell it apart from the classic cereals. Build your own custom variety pack. You'll get $5 off when you go to magicspoon.com/Pacman and use the promo code Pacman. The link is in the description.